good walk spoiled, as Harvey Pennick said.
You're coming up with a lot of sayings of people I had never heard you say before.
I got that say, pretty good. I think it's going to be feeding right there, Lewin. Excuse me, I got a couple.
I mean, just always.
Sorry.
He's brought a great deal of joy and goodness to our lives. He's one of the most admired people I've ever known.
I think Howard's been successful because he pays great attention to detail. He listens to what other people have to say.
I've always seen Howard as God, family, and service. Always had service on his mind to help people.
He's smart as can be, humble, and anyone who knows Howard knows he brings hope and kindness and decency to whoever's path he crosses.
I grew up in Atlanta, and I was really blessed to have a great family unit. My parents were great parents, and I have two brothers. I'm the middle child. We're very close, and we work together on a daily basis. I think we were really blessed to have our father, who was also our boss. I think he was the first in his family to attend college. He really always focused ethics, business ethics. He said if it's not worth doing the right way, it's not worth doing. We all grew up in the business. We all worked summer jobs and Christmas break in the warehouse.
Our dad made sure that we always did virtually every part of that business. So then you knew what you were asking somebody to do because you'd done it.
So we kind of grew to love the business. And so it was a natural thing for us to want to join the business. In 1982, when I started, we were a domestic Pabst brewing company distributor. As the business evolved, imported brands started becoming more popular. Try to keep our ear to the ground and see where trends are developing and beat our competition and get those brands. Who would think Modelo Especial, when we launched that, would become the #1 beer in America? God, it looks like a record day for tomorrow. 45,000 cases.
We have now in the neighborhood of 800 people.
We've built it up to where we'll sell close to 14 million cases this year.
You know, Mr. Young was a great businessman, and that whatever he structured here works, right? Because the brothers are all in there. They all work very hard. They've grown the business. It's very successful. It comes with a great amount of work ethic.
I just love the idea of building a business and making it bigger, making it grow, and create that hopefully for the next generation. December 19, 2002, I was going about my life, working, 42 years old, thought I was bulletproof. I had a feeling that I had some indigestion. After a while, it didn't go away, so I went to the doctor. He said, I'd like for you to get a CT scan. So I did, and I was walking in the door, coming home from the CT scan, and he was calling me. You have a mass in your pancreas. And he said, well, if the surgery is a complete success, you have a 20% chance to live 6 months. Then you need to get your affairs in order.
I remember when we found out, Mom called us. He tried to digest what you just heard, and there's really no way to do that. How are we going to step up and do things for the girls? Because they were very young.
It was an outpouring of support like I'm sure St. Joseph's has never seen. I learned I think he's probably the bravest person I know.
The most amazing thing about Howard is his courage when he was facing this. First thing he said, so what do we need to do? Whatever we need to do, we're going to do it.
When he was first diagnosed, he had said he wanted to, be in this world long enough to see Coley and Laura and Jana get married one day and walk them down the aisle.
I am blessed to still be here almost 22 years later. And, there's been a lot of good things that have come out of it.
He stepped right into the world of helping those who received his same diagnosis.
Howard's out there raising awareness, raising funds. The best thing and the most important thing that Howard's been able to do in this area has been talk with other people who have been diagnosed with pancreas cancer. I don't care what time of day or night it is, he's taking the calls. That's pretty amazing.
I've been working with my doctors at a place called TGen, so that's been a real focus for me. While I support my church, University of Georgia, but finding a cure for pancreatic cancer is right up there with those.
I can only tell Howard now that the number of times that great investigators, Nobel Prize level winners, have said, having Howard there was the most important thing that we had. He's a constant motivator against this disease.
I'm working to, kind of bloom where you're planted. And so that's where I was planted that day, and I'm trying to make the most of it and help others that haven't been as fortunate as I have.
Well, the most important and fundamental thing about Howard is that he really cares, and that comes from Mom and Dad. Right? Great foundation and a great role models for the wonderful family that he and Becky have been able to build.
And I think when you're a cancer survivor, for me anyway, there's no such thing as a bad day. Every day is a blessing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take pictures out here. Do I have to wear pink? Yeah.
I can't imagine the lives he's touched, both within the world where he serves to help and counsel and bring hope to people like me, and so many, many others who just look at him and say, that's amazing, and when I hit an obstacle, I'm to think of Howard Young.
We all hope to be known as somebody that made a positive difference for their existence. You can say that with the things that he's done with TGen, with the church and his input over there, and with now the University of Georgia.
He is one special man and special individual. You ought to go meet him before you leave this earth, because they don't make many Howard Youngs.